EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the capital city of Colorado. Welcome to Denver and Empower Field at Mile High. Here's the veteran Will Lutz to get us going. And off we go from Denver. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Here's the first carry for the Iowa State Cyclone, David Montgomery. And he'll get about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. One more time for Montgomery. Oh, yeah.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
First carry now for Jahmyr Gibbs. He looks forward for maybe a yard. Alex Singleton, they're on the tackle. Here's a 2nd and 9. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. This throw taken in by Amon-Ra. And he'll be stopped short of the first down. He's able to look it in and get forward for a pickup of about 8. They'll empty out the backfield as they come up for 3rd and a yard. From the gun, it's in trouble, and down he goes. What a call on this opening drive. They're going to go for it on 4th down. They do indeed snap it as they'll try and throw. He's got his tight end. That's Laporta. And he's going to have a Lions first down. The defense nowhere to be found. A 4th down gain of 20.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. I think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
To the right side, that's St. Brown. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
You can't run plays like this, Mike, if you don't have incredible pass protection. I mean, he started on the left side of the formation, and look how far he had to go across the field before that ball was caught. That's going to take time. That's going to take a lot of trust in that quarterback, in his protectors, to know he can stand tall in that pocket and wait for his receiver to break open.
Goff with the give to Montgomery. And he's fighting to try to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not do it. This is going to be a loss of a yard.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back, but not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings him down for a loss.
Second and 11. Here's a handoff to Montgomery. And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. Lane closed quickly. And here comes third down. Now, Goff. He connects with St. Brown. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker.
When you throw the ball short of the sticks on third down, you're relying heavily on the yards after the catch. So give credit to the defense here. Once the ball carrier had the ball, multiple guys around him, corralled him, take him down short of the sticks.
Field goal unit on the sideline. They'll line up to go for it on fourth down. They'll go for it. Here's Goff. This one incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on downs. First and 10. They'll go play action with Nix. He's got his receiver. It's Cortland Sutton. And he'll be taken down up around the 32-yard line.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice first down pickup.
And he'll push his way ahead for a gain of 2. Alex Anzalone in for the tackle. Two minutes remain in a scoreless first half. Greg and I return to Denver after this. Second down and 8. From the shotgun, here's Nix. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down.
Here we go. Check out.
Off the play fake, here's Nix. He will air this out, looking for Sutton.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
No move for the punt team. The offense staying out there for fourth down. Open man, left side, he's got it. They get 18 yards on fourth down and a fresh set of downs.
And this is why most teams might decide to take the ball first after the halftime break, because they want to be able to control this middle four. At the end of the first half, you can use your timeout. You can use some strategy to steal an extra possession. If they're able now to go down and come away with points, they'll have a chance to double it up again right after the halftime break.
On first down, here's Nix to throw.
All right, so there's really three areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number one, the traditional handoffs. Number two, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection, and maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
Left side, that's complete. It's Sutton. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
18 Cardinals, 18 Cardinals.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Ready?
Throwing. Nix. Here's a screen set up to Williams. This one going to be sniffed out. Blown up in the backfield. Nix from the gun on 3rd down. That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Lions are going to take over once again, this time at their own 8-yard line.
So you find yourself entering the red zone. Mike, it's hard to not start envisioning scoring a touchdown. Well, that interception, it changes everything. This is a huge missed opportunity. You have to capitalize and find a way to hang 6 on the defense.
Motion man is the tight end going right. They will start it on the ground to run that clock. What more could you ask for on 1st down? Nice run of 8, setting up 2nd and short. They'll bring St. Brown in motion. On 2nd down, Goff. That'll be caught. It's Jahmyr Gibbs. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. All right, Coach, thank you very much. These two offensive coordinators, they have been busy. What can they do to generate some offense in the second half to come? Well, nothing on the scoreboard in the first 2 quarters. Who can make the breakthrough? We are back underway. Quarter number 3. Scoreless game. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10.
Tag. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Hut, hut.
And the drive begins with a run by Williams. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 3 to go.
Go.
Play action now. It's Nix. And try as he might, he will not get back to that line of scrimmage. They will force him out for a loss.
Mike, these are the plays that on the stat sheet, the offensive lineman, look at the quarterback a little sideways. He has a chance to just throw that ball out of bounds, but instead, he takes it out of bounds himself and that goes on the stat sheet as a sack.
And that is incomplete.
And barring an aggressive decision here on 4th down, it just seemed like a really wasted possession to go 3 and out, not able to pick up a single 1st down. Not only do you not able to gain any field position advantage, it really takes a lot of the wind out of your sails as you find yourself jogging off the field and the punt team coming up. So this offense, they think this is a prime opportunity to go for it through the air on 4th down. But this defense was having none of it. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, no easy completions, and this defense forces a huge stop on 4th down.
Finding room to the 20. And they're going to be set up right around the 10-yard line. So not quite 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10. They're pretty close. Straight ahead, it's Montgomery. And that's a productive run. He gets this one down to the 4. Now this looks like a design run. Let's give him a yard down to the 3-yard line. Here's a design run. And he's going nowhere. Met and dropped behind the line. And now it's 4th and goal.
That 3rd down stop, Mike, now changes the entire approach of this offense. You're thinking to yourself, all right, it's 3rd down. Let's run it on up in there. If we don't score, we still have 4th down in our back pocket. But now the defense takes you back for a loss. So what do you do now?
On 4th down, Goff. That is caught. And he's in. Sam Laporta. Touchdown, Lions. Now Jake Bates on for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Lions will take a 7-0 lead. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. On the return, here comes Marvin Mims. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Here we go, set.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He'll take a shot with Mims. This one is intercepted by Carlton Davis. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs.
Go check it out. ATL Block D on YouTube. Hit like and subscribe.
It's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
ATL Block D on YouTube. Hit like and subscribe. Thank you, everybody. It's a good game. T2 me, thanks. Played a hell of a game, sir. You can see this game on YouTube.
Goff gives it to Gibbs. And he's going to be brought down here on what will turn out to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. This crowd into it now as we get to third down. Now Goff. He dives, and what a catch for the first down. That's 17 yards, and that's a first down. He was looking for that cutback lane, but it never developed. Tracked down behind the line. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Here's Goff. That's caught by Gibbs. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Now the Broncos going to use the first of their timeouts.
We tend to make NFL offense very complicated, Mike, but sometimes it's as simple as this. Get the ball into the hands of your playmakers and just let them do the rest.
From the gun, on third down, it's Goff. Pass completed is St. Brown. And the Lions are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Big-time completion right there, and this isn't just a spot where they're trying to run the game out here in the 4th quarter. They were not only trying to pick up points, but they're trying to get in the end zone and extend this lead. So, really nice job here late. We'll see if they can put this one out of reach.
The defense uses its 2nd timeout here, and don't forget, clock going to stop when we hit the 2-minute warning as well. Here now, 2nd down and goal. One more time, they try Gibbs. And he is planted backfield. Defenders crashing through, blow up that play behind the line.
You know at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on third down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
3rd and goal. They'll drop to throw. He'll go underneath here. The running back out of the backfield. A nice run there, bringing it down to the 2. And decision time. 4th and goal.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on third down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on 4th down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a 4th and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this 4th down.
And this one, right down the middle. It's good. And that could be big. They now take a 2-score advantage. So, after his field goal, Bates back out to kick this one away. On the return, here's Mims. Now an opening past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. Down the field, it's caught on that left sideline. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Here comes 2nd down. Throwing is Nix. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. That's the safety, Kirby Joseph.
Okay, my man.
The Lions are going to take over here.
It's on YouTube at Ziploc D. Don't quit at Ziploc D.
This has just been a
Hit like that,
outing
subscribe.
for the young rookie quarterback, and I think everyone understands going into these games, there's going to be ups and downs. There's going to be learning moments that these guys are going to gain that they can only gain
At
through
Ziploc D.
We all know McDonald's fries is real convenient. All fast food. Came home, I potato myself. I washed them. You do it. You rinse them. I'm gonna boil them in the water. 2 minutes. Hold them. Let them cool down, and then I told them it's the texture version premium blend olive oil.
The kicker,
And then I
Jimmy Bates,
dropped the
has
steak.
this one on the tee. He'll run up and send this one away here at Ford Field. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line.
Principles down in this book. We're spending 24 hours there.
What kind of fries he say he eat?
A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
I feel like I can see what he was thinking on that carry. One ball, big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
They'll throw with Penix. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Man, I hate doing this to the Falcons, man. That's it. Oh, do I?
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this return going to
come on, Ray. All right, he finna try to go to Drake London, y'all. Come on, we're going to have Drake London on lockdown. What I tell you? You ain't doing that. You ain't doing none of that. This up lock. This up lock. Representing that zone 6. This up lock, boy. Linwood represent. Let's go. Come here. 31. It's a run, coach. I think he's going to that left side, coach. Left side. Everybody stay at the house. Damn.
And he's going to have the Falcons first down as they're able to convert. Only not by much on 3rd and a yard.
And already down 7-0 after the touchdown.
Stir it up.
So a 3 and out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job.
It's a run, coach. Everybody stay over there. There we go.
He'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
That's it. Let go. Leg out. He turned the mic off. Leg out. Woo. Leg out.
Play fake. Cousins.
I like that play, boy. Okay, Drake.
9 yards. And the Falcons are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point attempt to come here. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
He gets this out wide to Gibbs. He'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite powering through the tackle. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Goff. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
Here we go on 4th. Goff. He's got his target. That's complete. He's got room at the 30. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. To the air again. Goff. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. 7-7, our score after 1. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football, as they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation.
Come on.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. First carry now for David Montgomery. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. 2nd and goal from the 1. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. David Montgomery getting in from a yard out. And the Lions have taken the lead.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. That's going to be caught downfield by Mooney. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Dumps this one off to Algier. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Now 2nd and 5. To throw, Cousins. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Cousins from the gun on third. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Cousins to throw it. Throw left side. There's London. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down. To throw is Cousins. Flush to his right. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing is Cousins. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. They'll run with Robinson. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Darnell Mooney, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Cousins will try and throw. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes could prove risky there. It worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Jesse Bates made the tackle from his safety spot. Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. A shotgun snap for Goff. That is caught by Laporta. Look at the big man rumble. And he takes this one in for the Lions touchdown. Sam Laporta in the final seconds of the first half. And the Lions have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. They erased that deficit pretty quickly, did they not? A 2-play drive.
What do we call that? Short-lived?
Very.
Very short-lived. 2 plays later, they're in the end zone and back out in front. We always talk about drives, don't we? Does 2 plays count as a drive?
Not really, but that second play was so good. I don't care what we call it. It was enjoyable to watch. So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. Oh, and some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on the return. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And this will wind up a Lions first down as good running gets him to about the 44. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And he'll be taken down at about the 45. Here's a 2nd and 8. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Here's Goff. Going underneath. Gibbs has it. And he will get this to the midfield stripe, but that's not going to be enough. He's a few yards short. They go ahead and snap it. Goff. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football. And now the team trailing here will start with it in the 3rd quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the 3rd quarter. Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And that is incomplete. The other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Now Cousins on 4th down. Able to shake him off, and he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And that will force a turnover on downs. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. He finds some open field here. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 43 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And he takes this one in for the Lions. Touchdown. David Montgomery. Downtown between Brush Street and I-375. That's where we're located in the heart of Detroit at Ford Field, which first opened back in 2002. The kicker, Jake Bates, has this one on the tee. He'll run up and send this one away here at Ford Field. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
In the course of the game, we focus on the offense and the defense. We give lip service to the special teams. It's way bigger than that. The third phase of any football team, and special teams provided the spark to begin this game.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third. Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
But when it's 4th and inches, shouldn't you pick up the first down? I mean, shouldn't you go for it? I mean, if you can't get inches, right, why are you playing?
And on inches, that's your favorite play, right? Don't mess with handing it off. Just go ahead and get the surge and go right up the gut.
Exactly. Create that. Just a little bit of space should get it done. You're almost able to take the snap and just fall down and pick it up. They got it there.
That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
Defensively going forward, they're going to have to watch out for him on plays just like that. It's a drag route across the field, and they're trying to free him up and let him run after the catch. That won't be the last time we see that play, and it works there to pick up a first down.
And he gets it down to the 32. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, I sure wouldn't be surprised if we see more of this as this game goes on, because we know they like to use their wideouts either on quick throws or on jet sweeps like what we just saw there. And to say that that one worked well, partner, that's stating the obvious.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Purdy from the gun on 3rd down. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. We're scoreless after 1. The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. On the toss, they run wide side with McCaffrey. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. Throwing here, Purdy. Got a man, that's Ayuk. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Here's 2nd and 7. Purdy now to throw. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Now we give to the big fullback Juszczyk. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the 49ers post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Moody good with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Goff now looking to throw. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and it's second down. There's Goff. He's got his 6'5" receiver. That's Tim Patrick. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 27 yards there, a first down.
Time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
And some room to maneuver. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Goff throwing again. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Back to throw. Goff. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. Bates' kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, and trailing it to break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board. Give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan a comeback.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. This is a game, Charles, that's been fairly starved for offense. Really not much in that first half. We'll see if they can get something going here as we look toward the third quarter.
And not just a chance to finally get a little more offense going, but to erase that small deficit they currently trailed by. I think they'd send a pretty powerful message to the opposite sideline if they drive it right down the field coming out of the half.
Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. On the keeper, here's Goff. And he is going to have the Lions first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
That's caught. It's Sam Laporta. And he's got some space here. And all the way down to the 26. A big play there for Detroit. 44 yards.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 12 more yards there and another first down. Now Goff. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Gibbs. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Again, Goff. And he's got it. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain of 15, and the 49ers first down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about his desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
Here's Purdy. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive? A new lease on life after the 4th down conversion. Here's 1st and 10. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. From the 31, here's 2nd and 3. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. Second down, 8 yards to go. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. The sound reverberating here in the dome. This is 3rd down. Throwing, Purdy. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Now 1st and goal. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try and power it in with Juszczyk. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. McCaffrey. And the pressure gets to McCaffrey as they stop him short of the line to gain.
I'm a little surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
And now the timeout call. So 5 seconds left, and a field goal would send us to overtime. So here we go. It's Jake Moody now. And he'll try and throw here on the fake. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7.
Well, obviously, Charles, this was by no means an offensive track meet. I mean, the defenses were the story in this ball game. But, hey, they got enough points to get the job done, and at the end of the day, that's all that matters.
You're absolutely right about that, partner. In such a low-scoring game, it completely changes everything you had planned to do out there. Fortunately for them, they got just enough scoring to bring home the win. And in this type of a game, to play their defense, that became one of their biggest keys.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Lions as we say so long from Ford Field.
Turn the lights on.
Every day cannot stay the same. Yeah. But one thing that's never gonna change. Forever, ever, forever, ever, forever. I forever reign. Forever, ever, forever, ever, forever, forever. The people they make go and dollars they make grow and everything's for show, but I will remain cold and eager. The queen don't talk to the meager, a leader. Who you know in the Zephyr? Been through the trenches, gutter fields and stenches. Gone ball, they filling up the benches. Half-court shooter, spitting from the medulla. Life for the game, they talking like I'm the doula. Nobody want a doula, defend the throne. I'm a dog in the zone and your man's is bones. I don't fear the stones, I flash the paws. Don't be talking to me crazy with no glass jaw. A spit of light saliva, you can never survive her. Streets got.
Call it Motown, call it the Motor City. To Lions fans, this is home. Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Here's the kicker, Jake Bates, ready to get this one underway. And off we go from Ford Field. Here comes a return from the 3. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line.
We got the Ravens 75 killer. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a shout out to the Ravens 75 killer. Give me a good game, sir. Let's go. Representing this thing live. We streaming live. Come on. That's a run, sir. No, he's not running. Ooh, I missed him, sir. Not doing too much of that.
On the other side of midfield. A pickup there of 28 yards.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
He'll get it into the hands of Zay Flowers. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can draw up all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Jackson. That's caught. Derrick Henry. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up 3rd down.
They'll try and run for this with Henry. And it looks like he's got enough for the 1st down. Let's wait for the mark. Yes, that run, that's enough to move the chains. Jackson. That one knocked away and incomplete. Carlton Davis there defensively to break that one up.
You just can't say enough about how hard it is to play cornerback in today's modern NFL, Mike. I mean, not only are these wide receivers better than ever, but the way the rules are written, you're really out there on an island with not a lot of options. Your technique has to be perfect. Your timing has to be...
And he's in! Lamar Jackson! Touchdown, Ravens. Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg. Able to find the end zone on the game's first possession.
And, Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this game and establish an early rhythm, and that's exactly what they did with that touchdown drive.
Makes the score Ravens 7, Lions nothing. Justin Tucker with the kickoff.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Here's Craig Reynolds to return. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. First and 10. First carry now for Jahmyr Gibbs. And this will be a Lions first down as he gets this up past 35.
So you're on the sideline and you're watching the other team go right down the field and score on their first drive. As a play caller, you have to be careful that it doesn't throw you out of your initial plan coming into the game. They wanted to establish some ground game here early, and that's exactly what they did.
Up the sideline, past midfield. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. What a way to start this drive. A second big play. This one for 22.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
One more time for Montgomery. And he'll be brought down right around the 40. Roquan Smith there to bring him down. Goff in the pistol. This one caught by Patrick. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 4.
So they'll talk over what to do on this third down play as we have hit the end of the first quarter. It's the Ravens out front. And we are back to the Motor City in a moment. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Putting the tight end in motion. They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. Open man is the tight end right. He's going to have the first down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
The most impressive thing about this drive, Mike, has really just been their efficiency. They've just continued to pick up first downs, fresh sets of downs. We just saw there with that 3rd down conversion, continue to possess the ball. These opportunities to come away with points continue to go up.
Goff going to throw here on 1st and 10. Throwing right, it's taken in. And he will get into
a little bit of cornerbacks off me, boy.
Touchdown, Detroit.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down a score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score on the opening possession. And they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop. And they come away with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
The return starts from the 5. And that's well done by the kicking team, who's only able to make it past the 15-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. Not much happening there, just a short game. Here's a 2nd and 9. The shotgun, here's Jackson. He'll let one go down the middle.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it, continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front. There was no hesitation from the quarterback. From the jump, he knew where he wanted to go with that ball, but still leads to an incompletion. They're just still not quite on the same page.
He's got it! No touchdown, but they are close. Gonna be first and goal. They've got it at the 3. So the big play gets him down close. And now it's first and goal. Jackson up top again. That is caught. What a job on the scramble. Nelson Aguilar. Touchdown, Baltimore.
And once they let the quarterback out of the pocket, it just became too many options at their disposal. You got to keep him in the pocket and limit the run option. Once he's out there on the perimeter, Mike, his ability to either throw it or take it in himself, it just puts so much pressure on these coverage defenders and results in an easy touchdown.
Is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. Reynolds now on the return. A good return as he takes it across the 30. Set to go now on 1st and 10. He's got room to the 45. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. On 1st and 10, here's Goff. To the right side, that's St. Brown. And he's going to be taken down at the 30-yard line. On 1st down, it's Goff. Right back to St. Brown. They connect again. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a...
And he's into the end zone. Sam Laporta. Touchdown, Lions. Here's Bates for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Lions move out in front by a point. It's 14-13. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in that landing zone, the ball only comes out to the 20-yard line. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Play action now. Jackson. He'll get rid of it and complete it. He's out of bounds, but they're going to spot this inside the 25. A huge play just before the half. A gain of 57 yards. Jackson now to throw on first down. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. Zay Flowers, the intended receiver, and that will lead to a second down. From the gun, Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. To the air one more time with Jackson. He'll try and get there on the ground.
That's a really good effort on third down, just trying to make something happen. He did well to get what he got, but it's not enough for a first.
On fourth down, here comes Justin Tucker for the Ravens. He'll bang that one through. It's good. And the Ravens get 3 here late in the first half to take the lead.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
Oh, he's got room past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Off the play fake, here's Goff. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete, but pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
Third and 6. He's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with a hot hand in this second half. About to get started. This is still anyone's ball game at this point. The difference is just 2 as we begin quarter number 3. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. On the ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up second down. Once again, it's Gibbs. And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. That's good enough for a first down. Goff gives it to Gibbs. And he'll take this up to the 48-yard line. Kyle Hamilton, the former Notre Dame star, able to make the play. Here's second and 6. Goff with the give to Montgomery. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up third down. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. He'll get this one complete to St. Brown. A gain there of 16 yards. Good for a Lions first down. From the gun, it's Goff. That pass caught by Amon-Ra. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
Right side, it's Laporta, the tight end. And he will score. Sam Laporta. Touchdown, Detroit. His second TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. Bates, good, with the extra point. And the Lions will up the lead to 5. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Now return coming from the 7. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. First and 10 now from the 36. On the ground, here's Henry. A short pickup to the 38. Hook him up on a second down and 8. Jackson looking to throw. Now a shot here, deep middle. That is brought in. And he will go all the way. Highland Wallace. Touchdown, Ravens. They get the job done in the air. Greg, that is a play we see often. It's also a play we see work very often.
Mike, that 4 vertical route, it puts a ton of pressure on the secondary. But in order to do that, you have to give your quarterback time for those receivers to get downfield. Give credit to the offensive line. That's exactly what they did. They're able to take advantage for the strike.
Now Jackson. The pressure got to him. He was hit as he threw it. It's incomplete, and they come up empty, trying for 2. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. Reynolds now on the return. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. So they start this on the ground with Montgomery. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Throwing, Goff. That's caught by Gibbs. And he'll be brought down on what will be the final act here in this third quarter.
Ravens 22, Lions 21.
An unbalanced look to the left here on first down. Tight end going in motion here. Goff to throw on first down. This is intercepted. Picked off by Ardarius Washington. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
On 1st and 10, Jackson. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that any time a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
A 1st down throw for Jackson. Oh, he did all he could to get away, but they're going to catch up to him. It is a big loss.
Up until this point, this pass rush has been pretty non-existent, so a pretty good time in the game to get their first sack. They're trying to get off the field and give the ball back to their offense and see if they can pull off this comeback.
Jackson now on 2nd down.
The key to a good quarterback scramble, Mike, is knowing when it's time to go from a thrower to a runner, and that's exactly what we saw here. Doesn't get the first down, but he's able to pick up some really positive yards and then get out of bounds.
3rd and long for Jackson. He's going to take a shot. Sends it down the middle. And the Lions are going to get this back at their own 34-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
This is 1st and 10. And the defense all over this one. They knock him down. It'll go down as a loss of 2.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 32-yard line.
They'll bring St. Brown in motion. Here comes 2nd down. They'll drop to throw. He'll go right and find his running back. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
And he's down inside the 40-yard line. And they'll try to save their timeouts and use them on defense if they need it. Gets up and spikes this one.
All right, this is a good start. Plays like these are definitely going to help as you work your way into scoring range. While you have to be wary of the clock and keep an eye on it, they should have plenty of time here to finish this drive.
Throwing on 2nd down. Goff. Open man, it's Jameson Williams. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
And now we're at the point in the game, Mike, where someone has to step up and make a play. It's exactly what this quarterback and his receiver did. It gives them now a fresh set of downs and a chance to go down and make this game very interesting.
And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line. Now a timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their 2nd as they get it with just under a minute to go in this football game. Now, 1st and goal. Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it. No, he's not going to get in. In fact, they've shoved him backwards.
Remember, a field goal takes the lead, but 1st and goal, you're thinking touchdown. You can't lose yards on first down. It completely changes your approach now on a goal-to-go situation. Give credit to the defense.
From back at the 2 now, here's 2nd and goal. They'll run with Montgomery. And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied. And they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play. A lot of big bodies down there, but at the end of the day, the one that mattered, the one with the ball, finds the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, once that back gets the ball, Mike, he's just looking for a little crack of daylight, and he's thinking, I'm going to run into it and just hope I come out the other side. And in this case, the other side's the end zone, and they get 6.
Important moment here for the Lions as they're going to go for 2.
The Lions will set up for the 2-point conversion.
Throwing here is Goff. This is caught. He's got it. And they tack 2 more onto their lead. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. They'll come up for 1st and 10. In the shotgun, here's Jackson. Again, working deep downfield. And the Lions will take
Good game, my boy. GG. GG, Ravens killer. Hit like and subscribe. You can watch this game on YouTube, baby. Go check it out on YouTube, baby. GG, my man.
Said they tested the car and it was 115 degrees. And neither one of them had car seats. I can't even imagine that because me just sitting out there for 10 minutes waiting on people to get there, I felt like I was suffocating. I ended up having to get out of the car even though I was sitting in the car.
Think I gotta go through, unlike therapist, unlike most, you love me, my go-to, love a thing blind on top like Goku, just left Noble, back in my dojo, channel like over.
It's one of the loudest venues in the National Football League. We're inside Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, home of the Chiefs. The kicker, Blake Grupe, set to start it. And off we go from KC. And he's going to bring it out from the middle of the end zone. He'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. Right to the air. Here's Goff. That'll be caught. It's Jahmyr Gibbs. He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Here's the first carry for the Iowa State Cyclone, David Montgomery. And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards. They'll stay on the ground. Again, Montgomery. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe he gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down. To throw is Goff. He connects with St. Brown. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. A couple of first downs, and the football's out to the 48-yard line as they come up 1st and 10. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. To throw is Goff. The pressure there got to him. He's hit as he threw it, and that pass falls incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Seventh play of this opening drive, and here's 3rd down. Goff to throw. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. He is in. Amon-Ra, St. Brown. Touchdown, Lions. A terrific play all the way around. Finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. He'll grab it at the 12. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go, set. Right, white. Blaster, sit. Red, yellow. Ready?
Looking to throw to get started. It's Rattler. That'll be caught. It's Alvin Kamara. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line. Throwing is Rattler. He's going to look for the home run ball. And that ball led him too far.
No, don't do that. Don't do that, sir. Sir, don't do that.
The one he was looking for.
No need to do that.
Throwing is Hayner. That is caught downfield.
Don't do that.
They pick up 17 through the air. It's good for a Saints 1st down. Rattler now back to throw. That's going to be pulled in by Kamara. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Now Rattler going to throw. He's going to take a shot down the field. That is caught. It's Valdez-Scantling.
Don't do that.
It'll It'll be first and... This opening drive, it has been a work of art. Now, can they put the finishing touches on? It's first and goal. That's to the end zone, but it's
do not.
Doesn't get much better than that. Had he gotten there just a little bit earlier, he probably draws the flag a little late, and it's probably a touchdown.
Hayner. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete. Chris Olave, the intended receiver. And now, third and goal coming up.
You can feel them starting to press a little bit, especially with this passing game. They find themselves so close to the end zone, they got to get it over the goal line. You got to be a little bit more accurate. You got to be a little bit smarter with the ball. And right now, the timing, the spacing, it's just not matching up.
To the goal line and in. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. Touchdown, New Orleans. Blake Grupe comes on for the extra point. He knocks it through. The Saints come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. This going to be returned from right around the goal line. He'll be out of bounds beyond the 20-yard line. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin first and 10.
Ready, go.
And nothing doing on that one. He'll go down behind the line. So after the loss on first, here's second and 14. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. That's caught by Gibbs. 15 yards on the catch and run for the first down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
He finds a seam, a good run, up past the 40. Let's give him 9 on that one. Second and a yard. A run here with Gibbs. He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there fast. He's taken down for a loss on the play.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on third down.
Goff in the pistol. He's got his tight end. That's Laporta. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play. First half, all tied at 7. We'll return to Arrowhead after this. Two first downs, and they're at the 46 now. It's first and 10. Now Montgomery. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be second down. Here's Montgomery. He'll work forward for a couple. Mario Davis there on the play. 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run it here with Montgomery. And he's going to be close to that first down. Looks like he made it past the yellow line. Yes, he did. It is indeed a first down. From the gun, it's Goff. A throw complete to Tim Patrick. And he's going to have the first down as they move into field goal range here at the 25-yard line. Throwing, Goff. That one taken in by St. Brown. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line. Now Detroit's going to use their second timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining here in half number 1. Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10. Goff. To the end zone. It's intercepted. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And the Saints will take over here just past the 30.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position. So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
First catch in this one for Olave. And it gives his guys a first down. Now, Gainer. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Throwing now is Rattler. To the outside, complete to Johnson. New Orleans, 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
Ready.
Looking to throw, Rattler. And that is hauled in on the right sideline. Right inside the chalk, a heck of a catch. A huge play just before the half. 31 yards.
Come on, set. Black shot.
To throw, it's Rattler. That one taken in. Rashid Shaheed. Touchdown Saints.
You hear coaches, you hear commentators, everybody talks about that middle 4, Mike, the final 2 minutes of the second quarter and the first 2 minutes of the third quarter. Here they are now. They go down and they steal a late touchdown to end the half. Remember, they're going to get the ball first coming out of the break.
Final 9 seconds of this half, and the kick is away. Reynolds now on the return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Throwing here is Goff. That is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end. Coach, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out on top in this second half coming up. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. Olave is the motion man. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Back is Hayner. That's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Brian Branch.
So we saw in the first half, Mike, they were willing to take some risks. It allowed them to build this halftime lead. Now the opposing sideline, they're looking to fight back. They're looking to cut that lead down. That's what that coverage scene. It looked like they baited that quarterback to force that errant throw and lead to that turnover. Now it's their offense coming back on the field with a chance to cut this deficit.
Now a give to Montgomery, heading right. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. 2nd down and 8. Now, Goff. He's got Laporta open on the left side. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. Now, oh, they are on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. One of his teammates is there to pick it up.
Now, obviously, there's never a good time to fumble the ball. It's probably the thing that teams stress the most is ball security. But it makes it a little bit easier knowing that your own team was able to fall on top of it, and at least you can maintain possession. You know, the hardest part about these missed kicks, Mike, is for all the guys that work so hard to put the ball in position to come away with points. You kind of trot off the field. You're hoping that next possession has a different result.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10.
Ready, set.
Here's Rattler. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Let's go. Set, huh?
Now they'll set up to throw. And this will be tracked down and intercepted. Picked off by Ifeatu Melifonwu. And the Lions will have great field position right around midfield.
This is something we see so often out of these young quarterbacks, Mike, is their inability to manipulate the defense. They kind of telegraph where they're going to go with their ball, with their eyes. And I'd love to see him the next time when he gets to the top of his drop. Look off the safety. Hold some of the underneath defenders from where you ultimately know you want to go with the ball. A lot of that just comes with experience, and sometimes you got to gain that experience the hard way.
So now the Saints will use the first of their 3 timeouts. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. To throw is Goff. Crushed, it's incomplete. He did get the pass off, but he got drilled before he let it go.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Here's Goff. That one intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu.
Come on, come on.
Olave is the motion man. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches.
Here we go, set.
On the ground, this is Kentre Miller. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Saints' 28-yard line. A big play there. 37 yards.
Man, how nice is it to have a guy like this? He's your backup running back, but he's kind of a change of pace. He's got that home run ability, and he showed it there. That was a heck of a run.
First carry now for Alvin Kamara. And he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here.
At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards, and that leads to 3rd down. Once again, it's Miller. The Lions called their first timeout. So a pressure kick coming here for Blake Grupe. This to make it a 2-possession lead. And this one right down the middle. It's good. And that could be big. They now take a 2-score advantage. He made the field goal a moment ago. Now Grupe back out to kick it away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Set to go now on 1st and 10. We'll start out here with an option to the left. Here's 2nd and 2. Here's Goff. Right side, it's Laporta, the tight end. And he's out of bounds with the first down. So they get a new set of downs, but just as importantly, stop the clock. So time becoming a factor, down 2 scores. They do have 2 timeouts and the 2-minute warning to work with, though. On 1st and 10, here's Goff. Down the field, he's got St. Brown. And he'll be marked down at the 15-yard line. Goff going to throw here on 1st and 10. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. Now, 1st and goal.
Here we go.
They'll try to run this one in. And he'll go down back at the 4-yard line. They'll drop to throw. He's got his big tight end. Sam Laporta. Touchdown, Detroit.
Well, that was step one. The offense did their job, get this thing back within one possession, so they're still alive. But now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back, and it's not going to be easy.
They've got just the 2 timeouts remaining, so they'll line up and take their chances right here with an onside kick.
All right, good effort. Just doesn't work out, but it's not over. Remember, they still got 2 timeouts in their back pocket. They've got to use them quickly. They've got to get 3 stops, force a punt, and see what happens when the offense gets the ball.
They'll run. It's Kamara. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. Now Detroit's going to use their 2nd timeout. And they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play. They'll go again here with Kamara. And he will get forward for about 5 yards. That sets up 3rd down. Olave is the motion man. Saints going to use their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in this one. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Olave is the motion man. And he will not be quite able to stretch the ball out. They're going to mark him.
I said, okay, loser. We go way back. I won't say okay, boomer. Sweet, I brush my teeth, but still my tooth hurt.